Rugby League 26 is here, but in probably one of the worst launch days in video game history is what a lot of people are believing right now. There were so many glitches and just different things. Big Ant Studios, Microsoft and PlayStation will be remembering this for a long time. So in the video I'm going to be talking about a bunch of the new stuff, things people are not happy about, things people are happy about, and all just the issues that happened throughout day one of being able to play Rugby League 26. So let's begin. I could completely talk on for hours about the multiple glitches that people have found just throughout the game so far, but I'm just going to keep it short just like that, because there was something that was the main topic. It was that the game wasn't even ready. See, after people waiting 8 years for this game, it came and it wasn't ready yet. Everyone went on, they took ages to download the game, and then when they had it downloaded, they realised there was a new patch as well they had to download so they could actually play Rugby League 26 the way it was intended. Now that would be okay for PC or PlayStation players, but for Xbox players like myself, I didn't even buy the game, but I know a lot of stories from people who did, it was awful. Because Microsoft they need to put the patch update onto the Microsoft Store, but they didn't approve of that yet. They didn't approve it, so if you're on the Xbox, you couldn't download the new patch. First, for the PlayStation PC players, I believe PC players as well, they could just download it. They would be a bit annoyed they had to download something else that actually had the game ready, but they could at least play it. But for Xbox players, they couldn't play it at all, which was devastating. For a channel named, especially someone I've talked about a lot on the channel before, named the Leaguie, he had a whole plan to live stream this, and I really looked into his stream and I saw it's not looking good. It was really my only option to have a look at what the game looks like for myself, but for other people's opinions, just genuinely, people are not really happy about it. But we'll go back to that glitch with the Xbox. I don't know when this will be solved, hopefully tomorrow, but it's unsure of the timing right now. It's really confusing. I don't understand. They should have had it ready before, and that's what people are angry about, because there was just so many issues. People wanted to play the game and they weren't able to. But now, let's look into some things that a lot of people are not happy about, like the player models, and there's a bunch of aspects of the game. So especially a lot of people saying that it literally looks exactly like Rugby League Live 4, like the actual gameplay itself, which I have to agree with from seeing a side-to-side comparison, is incredibly similar, with even same or similar animations for tries and stuff. But then for the players, some of them look quite good. If you look at someone like Kalen Ponga as an example, these guys look quite good, but then there's a bunch of players who look awful, and they didn't do the women players right, because they all were basically really similar except for some main players like the captain of New South Wales Blues women's team. Players like that actually had proper scans, but everyone else was just basic, which is just weird. I think they should have done it more for the women's players as well, and it was just did not look good at all. A lot of players just look really weird and nothing like the actual players. Well, some actually look semi like them, and some of them look pretty good, and there was others which were just incredibly disappointing, and some that were just horrible. And then also for the people who played on Xbox, they had to play like this. They had the offline mode, and all the teams weren't updated, all the ratings were just all messed up, and it was just chaos on the Xbox side. That's especially what I wanted to talk about the most. I guess for a positive, the Knights, their characters, like the players in the game, looked pretty good compared to the others, but just an overall disaster. With the Super League players, some of them looked alright, but some of them not the best. Also something that bothered a lot of people, like all the body, I guess, I don't know what you call it, but like the body shape, I guess, for all the players were exactly the same. Some just got a bit taller and some got a bit shorter, but they've got the same build, which is weird because not everyone in the NRL has the same build. But in the game, they made it so everyone did. It was just laziness. Also, people were simulating, I know this was just on the Xbox version on offline mode, but they were simulating the season, and when it got to the finals, it was not the original finals like bracket, like it's all in a certain way, if you know, with the NRL, but it was just basic and it wasn't even the proper one. Rugby League Live 3 had the proper one, so it was just weird. But we'll talk about a few positives. So another YouTuber, TikToker as well, Winston Neville, he streamed and he did a lot of that Ultimate Team mode. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it looked pretty good. Packs and all that, it looked good. I think that's a big positive for the game. That's something that a lot of people will buy it for. But in general, the gameplay is similar to the last game. The player models look good, but a lot of them also, there's also some that look incredibly bad. But we'll just have to wait and see until everyone, including Xbox, gets the full game and everything is all patched up. But that was probably why it has gone down as one of the worst launch days in a game, in any game's history. So I'm sure people will talk about this for a long time. But hopefully it can improve. Leave your thoughts down below. If you have the game, if you don't, and you've just seen it, what's your opinions on it? I'd like to know. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.